Namaste. In another episode, actually the 100th episode of Naama Geetha, we are in the concluding episode. The 99th episode, we had the immense anubhava of Sri Krishna's names as it came in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The 99th episode, we saw very deep analysis that came out of this. Now this episode is to briefly mention the uniqueness of this and also to thank everyone. And first thanks obviously to all of the listeners who have been watching us, who have been encouraging us with your feedback and all that. A big thank you for all of you. In Mahabharata, two things very important happened, particularly the Kurukshetra war. One, which is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what Sri Krishna said. And towards the end, you had Sri Vishnu Sahasranama recited by Bhishma Pitamaha, which Sri Krishna sat and listened. So what Sri Krishna said and what Sri Krishna held. So we were dwelling on what Sri Krishna said and also analyzing Sri Krishna's names in it.
Yeah, here the interesting part is that both of these happened just at the advent of Kali Yuga. So when Kali Yuga was about to happen, why did Bhishma Pitamaha choose to explain 1,000 different names of God? Because he was in his bed of arrows. It was not an easy thing to explain about all the 1,000 names of the Lord. So the interesting part is that because the Yuga Dharma for us in this Kali Yuga is Naama Sankirtana. But for his names, we don't have any other thing to resort to. So that was the reason, out of a lot of sympathy to us, Bhishma Pitamaha gave us all the 1,000 names, saying that listen to this, keep reciting this, that is the only way for you to reach God. Take him as your refuge. And if you notice Lord Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, there are so many different names used during the different emotional stage of Arjuna. Sanjaya has appropriately used different names. In fact, Lord Krishna himself uses some names like Sarvaloka, Maheshwara, etc. Basically to say that these names are very important to you. And if we observe it, Bhagavad Gita has a lot of emotions inbuilt into it, saying that, look, this is happening in a war field and your life is not very different. You go through a lot of ups and downs and emotional traumas during this period. So if you have to cross this samsara sagara, the only way out is to recite Lord's names. So that's what Arjuna did. Arjuna called out the appropriate names. And now all these names are handy for us that we can recite his names day in and day out, which will help us to come out of this. So both Sahasranama and the names in Srimad Bhagavad Gita are really useful for us from this context, I would say.
Excellent. See, 2 years of very deep research. As we complete the 100th episode, this episode development itself is about roughly 2 years, and we are talking of research starting much ahead of it. Such deep research on a very intense topic like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and where Arjuna is actually a representative there because he is the one who is going through varied emotions while performing his duty. All of us go through the same thing. We have multiple duties to perform, that we have a lot of emotional trauma, physical trauma, pressures and this and that. And that is how he is able to succeed all his, win over all his obstacles by Sri Krishna's names. But there are many ways to share these names. One thing very attractive to Naama Geetha is that they are able to present it in a way that anybody can connect it. You have used common current day terms, you have used proof of the earlier things. Can you explain more about that?
Oh, definitely. In fact, just before that, I would say, what is the purpose of this entire Naama Geetha? You know, when Parasara Bhatta was explaining about why he dwelt into Sahasranama, he gives us two reasons. He says, Prasannatvam, that is what brings the happiness to one's mind, because the gunas of the Lord, when you dwell into all the auspicious qualities of the Lord, that makes you feel really happy internally. And Pavanatvam, that is the one thing which is going to purify you. So when we go into the details of the etymology of the Lord's name, why he is addressed by so many different names, it gives a very different kind of experience to us, because otherwise we could just address him with one name. But this exploration gives us a very different kind of anubhava. So I had an exposure to what the different Acharyas have told about the Lord's different names in different contexts. And now I know the current situation also, where everybody is able to allocate possibly max of 15 minutes to listen to an episode, and all of us are in a different frame of mind altogether because we are exposed to current day technologies, the cell phones we use, the voice activated technologies that we use, the digital world we are in. So my attempt here was to connect whatever is available today with the great richness of what our ancestors have given to us. As an example, the voice activated device Alexa, I used it in one episode because the moment we use the term Alexa, she wakes up and she's ready to obey whatever we say. Now in the same lines, whenever we use the Naama Sankirtana, address Lord by any of his auspicious name, he is so gracious. He is ready to give us all what we ask him for, So that guna of him, the Saulabhya, I am here to protect you. And this name triggers it. Initially when we say that the names have powers, people won't understand. But now because of the activated devices, the power of mantras and the power of the Nama Sankirtana, people are able to understand it, I would say. So I try to connect these kind of dots. The Helendorus, we discussed about it in one of the episodes. It's one of the most ancient monument which is available to us in Bharat. And there, a Greek person by name Helendorus says that I am a devotee of Vasudeva. Isn't this something that every one of us should know? So I had used all these to explain the term Vasudeva. Coins of Balarama and Arjuna are available because of archaeological excavation. So I had shown all this in some of our episodes earlier, and the Oppenheimer's atom bomb, equating that to one of the slokas in the 10th chapter. So these kind of things are totally unique, where we connect and relate what is current in our world to what our ancestors have given us, and all this attempt in just 15 minutes, I would say.
This is amazing. From actually taking the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, most important text if I have to use the word, and from there to giving ancient proofs and connecting to current day technology. It's an amazing work. And we were speaking about Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna spoke in the beginning, and Sahasranama is what Krishna heard in the end towards the Kurukshetra war. So what is common? Are there names common between Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Sri Vishnu Sahasranama?
Yes, there are common names. In fact, I did a one-on-one mapping. So if we take the exact names, I would say that there are 38 names which are common between Bhagavad Gita and Sahasranama. So out of 72 names that we have captured in Bhagavad Gita, 38 names are common, and there are two other names where we have identified it as Parabrahma and Paramam Pavitram. In Sahasranamam, it's called as Brahma and Pavitra. So the meaning is very close to it. So if we take that also into consideration, it would be 40 names. But as far as the meaning is concerned, more or less the meanings are communicated, though the words were differently chosen by Bhishma Pitama, I would say. So these 38 names are really handy because that reflects the actual emotional state, and we'll have to keep repeating it all the time to help ourselves take refuge in Lord.
A project of this intensity and precious nature, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is one of the important treasures, can happen only by the blessings of Sri Krishna. And as Sanjaya used the first name as Madhava, one who is along with Lakshmi. So our pranams to Lakshmi Ma and Sri Krishna Paramatma. We are very, very blessed that Sri Krishna chose Praveena as the tool to spend time and energy on a project like this and able to complete over the 100 episodes. So pranams to Lakshmi Ma and Sri Krishna Paramatma. And this is also made possible by the Purvacharyas works and Alvars works. There are 12 Alvars who gave immense Nalayana Divya Prabandha, 4,000 Divya Prabandha, from which we were able to take a lot of reference, and Purvacharyas works and all this. In addition to all these things, the basis, of course, Asmad Acharyan, Srimad Aishingar's benevolence and blessings, that we were able to even embark on a project like this. It needs his blessings. Pranams to Srimad Aishingar, Alvar Acharya, and Lakshmi Man Sri Krishna Paramatma.
To add to this, the entire thing started as a seed when we had an exhibition in Samskrita Bharati. Samskrita Bharati promotes the learning of Sanskritam, and in one of the exhibits, we wanted to showcase all the names of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So a team of us worked on that project, and that's when there are so many names in Bhagavad Gita actually, triggered my mind. And post that, a lot of detailed analysis was done, for which two of my very close friends from Samskrita Bharati has been through this entire journey with me. I would like to thank them personally, Srimati Vidya Ramesh, one of my very close friends, and Sri Murli Mahodaya, who is a full-time volunteer in Samskrita Bharati. He spends his life dedicated to the cause of promoting Sanskritam itself. So whenever there were, any confusions, any clarity, they were always ready to help and support me in going through this journey. So a big thanks to them. And to all those people who've been viewing this program, giving me positive feedback, helping me go to the next step. Some of the elders have been guiding me into the next steps in this project. So I would like to say a special thanks to Sri Partha Desikan Mama. He was like so helpful to me. He was guiding me through the path on so many occasions. And this project has also given me a friendship with one of a great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. He is Sri Purushottama Das, who authored a book on same lines in 1999 itself. He had explained about the names of Lord Sri Krishna used by Arjuna, and that was a very nice thing. I came to know him through this program. After this program started, we actually started interacting, and he had been giving me some inputs through the entire journey. So a special thanks to him as well. So a lot of books and references, I think I have to really thank each one of the great scriptures that was available, because without that we would be lost and we will not even know what this actually means. So one thing is, of course, Bhagavad Ramanuja's Gita Bhashyam and Swami Sri Desika's Tatparya Chandrikai. I also refer to so many other works of other great Acharyas, Sri Adi Shankara, and so many other authors who have given their interpretations to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada's book was one among them. A lot of interpretations of Bhagavad Gita were there. And the Sahasranama Bhashya, especially Sri Parasara Bhattar's Bhashyam, I was telling you that there are 38 names which are common between Sahasranamam and Naama Geetha. So what I had to do was, I could actually go into the Bhagavad Guna Darpanam, that is the name of Parasara Bhatta's Vyakhyanam on Sahasranamam. So take all the meanings of this particular name, whichever name I was exploring at that point of time, and then see which particular meaning matched the context in which Arjuna was there or Sanjaya was using in Bhagavad Gita, and then see the relevance of that, compare it with the names of how other Acharyas have interpreted it, come out with our own understanding. So a lot of work had gone even before we could decide which meaning was suitable in which context. So that was a wonderful experience, I would say, I could get in this process. And so many challenges, 100 episodes over 2 years of time was not easy. In fact, I had to relocate to a different country in the process of Naama Geetha, and I could not bring all my books because there are so many reference books that was required. So sundarasimham.com is one of the websites which really came in handy, which had a lot of the sources as such. So I would like to thank Sri Shadagopan ji, who had compiled everything in that website, and it's been a really useful resource for me. And the Super Site Gita is something which the IITians have come out with, and that has the sources. It also has the Sanskritam equivalent of all the bhashyas of different acharyas on Bhagavad Gita, so that came in handy for a lot of references. In addition, for a lot of names which was not there in Sahasranamam, the resort has been Srimad Bhagavatam, so I had referred Srimad Bhagavatam in many locations, Upanyasams of many Acharyas, including our own Srimad Arishingar's Tirupavai, which came in handy in many places. So all these things, in addition to many internet resources, I'm not able to state everything, all what I had used in this process. But everything has played a role for these 100 beautiful flowers which we've offered as our salutations to Lord Krishna. And it's really been a great pleasure traveling through this entire journey where Lord Sri Krishna has chosen us to be his instruments to spread this knowledge.
Amazing. Music plays a very, very important role in our lives. We all know that. And Vishnu Sahasranama, which has been recited for millions of years, but gets more onto our daily system thanks to the music that we've been listening in the form of music by M.S. Subbulakshmi. So that is one of the trigger that we decided that there are 72 unique names in Sri Naama Geetha that we should make it as a music. So that it reaches everybody starts internalizing it and also just listens to it, starts singing it over a period of time. Just 5 minutes capsule. So very special thanks to Saras the troupe that helped us build this music, to conceive the music and also deliver it using legends like Sri SP Balasubramaniam and Shweta Mohan to get it the right kind of weight that it would reach as many people as possible. The important aspect to this music is that it was conceived by Saras that it is recitable and completed in 5 minutes, and also they've used original equipments for everything, so every artist who performed in the music are very, very organic. There's no synthesized or computerized music there. So people have put in their soul and efforts into this. A very special thanks to Saras, Sri SPB and Shweta Mohan to make this song reach as many people. We would encourage all of you to listen and keep listening, and you can watch it, have it in your headphones as you travel in your bus or car or anywhere. Put it in your office. Now we are working from home, have it on your ears and then keep listening, because end of the day Arjuna is our representative who goes through all these issues, who surmounted all these issues and won the war because of Sri Krishna's names, and this is exactly what Krishna has given in the form of a song to all of us in this minute. Special thanks to Saras and troupe. And then whatever can be done, the concept is there, the work, research was done, the capsules was ready. It needed a platform to reach all of you. A very special and important thanks to Shree TV and the team.
Yeah.
Shree TV, Sri Bala Gautaman, who owns the TV, a very, very special thanks for backing us, to having the trust in us and encouraging us, and his entire team of Smt Priya, Sri Pandi Kumar, Sri Saravanan and Sri Vignesh. All of them have been like a family. They work together. They put their heart and soul in this project. They were busy with 100 things. And every Saturday we had to release this. Initially it was Saturday and Wednesday, that's how we started. And then we later made it as a weekly one, made it Saturdays. And there are times that we used to give the capsule only on a Saturday morning. They used to go the extra mile to ensure that they were delivering on time. 100 thanks or a million thanks to Shree TV and team. A big pranams to all of them. So all these things, again, Krishna chose every one of us in this effort, including all of you who have been listening. It's chosen by Krishna, and a big thanks to Sri Krishna, and that is how we would end.
Kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmana va prakrite swabhavat karomi yatyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami.
Krishna Achyuta Prabho Janardana
Govinda Yadava Hrishikesha Hare
Sakhe Madhusudana
Arisudana Keshi Nishudana
Varshneya Yadava
Madhava Keshava Krishna Achyuta Prabho Janardana
Bhuta Pratpudesha
Bhutanam Ishvara
Bhuta Bhavana Bhuta Maheshwara
Ishvara Parameshwara Prabho Ishvara Parameshwara
Madhava Keshava Krishna Achyuta Prabho Janardana
Amita Vikrama Mahabaho
Ananta Virya Sahasrabaho
Vasudeva Purushottama
Akshara Avyaya Adideva Adiyajna
Parabrahma Paraldhaman
Paramapurusha Aprameya
Pavitra Mahatman
Apratima Prabhava
Madhava Kesha కేశవ కృష్ణ అచ్యుత ప్రభో జనార్దన.
అనంతా అనంతరూపా
విశ్వరూప జగన్నివాస
విశ్వనిధాన విశ్వమూర్తి
విభో భగవన్
యోగిన్ యోగేశ్వరా
కాల సనాతన పురుష
శాశ్వత పురాణ పురుష
దేవా దేవ దేవా
దేవేశ దేవవరా
సర్వలోక మహేశ్వర జగత్పతే విశ్వేశ్వర.
మాధవ కేశవ కృష్ణ అచ్యుత ప్రభో జనార్దన.
కిరీటిన్ గదిన్
చక్రిం చతుర్భుజా
కమలపత్రాక్ష శశి సూర్యనేత్ర